So last night, my wife and I saw the movie Marty Supreme, and I just wanted to share how it really unlocked something within me. I think Safdie did an amazing job at telling a powerful story, and Timothy knocked it out of the park. Really incredible story, fast paced. It was just chaos, but it was an enjoyable watch. You see Marty's determination, you see his passion, you see his hunger that drives him so much that he doesn't care about anything or anyone around him, that his passion is so consuming that it's to a fault where he becomes selfish and overly confident and quite arrogant. As I was watching it, I was marveled at just the level of passion he had and was wondering, how can you have that level of confidence and passion without being arrogant? And I'm still trying to answer that question, but I do think the simple answer is rooting your confidence in God for sure. But I loved the movie. I thought it was great, and it made me think about myself, because when I was pursuing music, I had that same level of drive and determination of making it big in music. There was no other option. I saw myself in the studio with Kanye, Cudi, Kendrick, working with them, visualizing it. Would even have dreams of being in the studio with Hove and waking up and feeling like it was real, but more than anything, that it was affirmation of what I already believed. So I could literally see myself achieving that dream. And I would even ask my friends, like, "Wait, what car do you want? What's your favorite car?" Because in my mind, I knew that when I would make it, I would buy them those cars. And I imagined sold out stadiums and just also being able to accomplish things at that level and impact others at that level. And there was just no other option. And I think that that passion really carried me along in incredible ways, where I was meeting people that were almost like stepping stones to getting closer to that dream. And I even made songs with Bones and that whole crew of Team Sesh, and it was a great time. Maybe you don't know who Bones is. He's made a song with A$AP Rocky. He's pretty big now, but awesome guy, great crew. And it felt like the stars were just aligning, but I did lose that dream, because I think mixed up in all of that, a lot of the glue was vanity. I was making music about drugs, women, and money. So I think God did help me to re-angle my dream. But since then, I've not really dreamed that passionately. And I realized that now I have goals. I have plenty of goals. At some point would have too many goals. But that movie made me realize that there's a difference between having a goal and having a vision. There's a difference between having a goal and having a dream. And I think that for me, my goals are manageable. They're safe. They're easy. There's no risk involved. It's almost monotonous. It's just taking things day by day and making sure that they're bite-sized. But a vision, a dream, is something that requires risk. It requires sacrifice. It requires a level of madness and insanity to those around you in order to achieve that dream. I think those dreams are the ones that matter most, when those around you are questioning your ability or questioning what you can do. And I've just not dreamt that way in a long time. And that movie really made me realize that having that vision is what will help you to crush your day-to-day, because that why is not only strong, but it's tangible. It's something you can smell and feel. You see yourself in a different setting, in a different environment, that's totally different than the one you're in today. And so I think as you go through 2026, as I go through 2026, I got to figure out, what is my dream? What is my passion? Like, I have many passions. I want to grow my church. I want to grow my ministry, of course. I want to write, but do I want to write a book? Do I want to create a movie? It's just, I don't have like that one thing that I want to accomplish, that one dream, that one vision that fuels me through the obstacles, the challenges. And so I want to figure that out. And the whole point of this is really just seeing how important a vision is and a dream. That visions are more important than goals. That goals are really what help you to achieve that vision. And goals can just be very short term and long term, but I think my goals have been too general, too vague. And that's probably why they're not sticking as hard as they need to be, because it's not a matter of life or death. It's not a matter of there's no other option to get it done. So I really want to think about that. I want to think about my dreams. I want to think about my visions, and really just stick to one. I don't want to have too many where I'm spreading myself too thin. So what's your vision? What's your dream? You may have goals. You may have routines. You may have things that carry you along each day, maybe even each week. But what's that vision, that dream that fuels you, that puts a fire in your eyes, that when you wake up, you visualize it, that it keeps you up at night, that you lose sleep over, that you hunger over? What is it? What's it going to be? So I got to figure that out too. Just want to share that. But I would check out the movie. I would give it a solid 4 out of 5. I'm trying to be really hard on my ratings, but I think it's a worth watch. There's a couple scenes that are pretty impure, so I'd be careful about that. But other than that, a great movie on ambition, on purpose, determination, dreams, vision, goals, but also love and care. And to not get so wrapped up in your passion that you become an unloving person. Definitely don't want to be that, because I could definitely get that tunnel vision, and my wife usually has to kind of pull me out of that sunken place. But yeah, check it out.